Hey, everyone, how's it going? So, amazing news. The audio now works for the computer, the PC recording, and to be honest, it's not that big of an issue. It really isn't. Now this is an after recording kind of thing. This isn't live commentary. I actually did record this previously with live commentary, but there was something wrong with my microphone. It kind of sounded like I was in a large auditorium. It was like echoing through. So I kind of messed around with some more settings, and now I fixed it to basically, you know, so that my voice sounds smooth. But it wasn't that hard at all. Like, see right here, I was you basically had to enable the stereo mix, and then you had to go over to the capture card settings, and then make sure the recording device is like set to, on or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm just doing a quick video here. This is basically me playing Battlefield 3 with the sound. That was it. I actually got Battlefield 3 on the PC for $10. It was Battlefield's 10-year anniversary a couple days ago, and they're like, oh, get Battlefield 3 for $10. So I was like, okay, why not? Went ahead and bought it with the YouTube money and got the close quarters pack. So, but yeah, this is just quick gameplay. Really, there isn't, really isn't anything special about it. Yes, I know I suck at the game. You're gonna see this gameplay and probably say like, wow, man, you suck at the game. Yeah, sorry, whatever. Anyway, I'm happy though. I finally got the sound to work. That means I didn't need to spend all this money on a sound card, and I can do PC vids now. Now I can finally do streams and stuff like that. Like, I want to do streams. Like, I've been wanting to do streams for like a while now, and it's really exciting because now I have this capture device that's actually made for streams. So I actually did want to do a stream very soon. Just basically anything really. It's just a stream of me playing games or whatever you guys want to see. It's kind of one of those. There's a lot of great streams that I've seen. Zero X Shinobi has no live stream. That freaking stream is awesome. I'd watch that any day of the week. So, but I want to it'd be cool to have some streams and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this is just me recording PC gameplay. The game runs great. Like Battlefield 3, 1080p. 60 frames per second, all settings on ultra, and the game runs fantastic. Like, just it runs, very smoothly, and I'm happy. I'm impressed. A lot of people are like, this is the best game ever. It's like, or the best looking game ever. I'm like, the game definitely looks good. Is it the best looking game ever? I don't know. I don't want to say yes. I think there are other games like I think Crisis. The first Crisis, that looks really good. Again, I don't know like graphically if this is the best looking game. I mean, maybe it is the best looking game. So I mean, I just don't know. And there's a lot of great games that are coming out in the future that are looking to be the best looking game out there. Watch Dogs is coming out next year. The Last of Us, next year as well. A lot of great games that are graphically going to push the limits to these consoles. And I think with all these new games coming out next year, with the games like I've mentioned, there's a lot of also there's a lot of new intellectual properties coming out next year. And a lot of people are like, where are the new IPs? We want new IPs. The problem, and let me say this, like, everyone says they want new IPs, but yet when the new IPs come out, no one seems to buy them. It's odd. It's like, you guys want like brand new IPs, but then you like don't buy them. Like, what's a good example? Okay, a good example would be Binary Domain. How many of you bought Binary Domain? Honestly, you're probably gonna look at the game and say, oh, it's just a it's a regular Gears of War like shooter and stuff like that. Yeah, that may be the core gameplay. It's kind of similar to Gears of War. It's not like an exact copy, but it is extremely similar to Gears of War. But like, that's like a new story, new set of characters, new idea. Just except for the gameplay. I mean, but it's like that game probably didn't even sell nearly as well as it should have been, And I still stand by what I said earlier today, that Binary Domain is basically my number one pick for game of the year so far. It is, and a lot of you guys probably haven't played it, and it's quite a shame, because that's one of the best campaigns you'll ever play for this generation of games. I'm not kidding. So, I mean, and then what? There's The Last of Us coming out, which is kind of a new IP. A lot of people I hear people say, "Oh, it's a zombie game. It's just a zombie game." But it's like more to do with that. It's not a typical zombie game where, um, it's like, oh, like Resident Evil, where you have to stand back and you have to shoot. It's not like a typical zombie game like that. I mean, Naughty Dog even came out and said, this isn't about the zombie or the outbreak. This is more about the character's relationship with the little girl and how the two of them come together and interact with each other. And this day and age, to find a well-driven character, a well-crafted story with a character-driven plot, it's really rare. So, I mean, a lot of people I know are probably going to purchase the game just because it's Naughty Dog, but I'm excited for what the campaign has to offer. And then they said there's going to be multiplayer, but it's not going to be cooperative, which, leads me to believe that's going to be something else that's new. So, but there's a lot, there's a lot of cool, like Tomb Raider, Yes, Tomb Raider's been around since the 90s, but, I mean, let's be honest, the new Tomb Raider, that shit looks amazing. Alright, it looks really, 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 really good, and it's a lot of people are saying, oh, it looks like Uncharted. I don't know how you can compare Uncharted or Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider, to the Uncharted. I mean, what? It has explosions? Okay, so, like, seriously. I hate it when people, I see comments on YouTube saying, oh, now they're trying to copy Uncharted. It's like, how is this Uncharted? How is a survival game a linear action-adventure game, third-person action-adventure game? I mean, and that's what the new Tomb Raider is. It's not a linear third-person action-adventure game like Uncharted is. This is a survival game. It's a survival game, If anything, you can compare The Last of Us to Tomb Raider. That'd be a fair comparison, but not Uncharted. What? So what? It has explosions and epic set pieces that automatically makes it an Uncharted, an Uncharted copy, like a copied game. I mean, seriously. It's a survival game, and it's not a freaking action-adventure third-person shooter. It's not. And we've seen gameplay, and it doesn't even look like that. I mean, seriously, guys, come on. I hate those people when you see them it looks exactly like Uncharted. It's like, no. And by the way, Tomb Raider came out before Uncharted. If anything, Uncharted just perfected what Tomb Raider did. I mean, Tomb Raider started out as a PlayStation exclusive. Remember this. Tomb Raider started out as a PlayStation exclusive, and Sony didn't even want Tomb Raider, to be honest. They didn't even want the game. In fact, Tomb Raider was actually supposed to star a male character, and then they changed it to a female, and then, of course, now Lara Croft is one of the most iconic figures in all of gaming, even though that she's had some bad games in the past. But there hasn't really been a good Tomb Raider game until with Tomb Raider Legend. Tomb Raider Legend was the best current gen Tomb Raider game by of this generation. Tomb Raider Legend was, in my opinion. And I really enjoyed what the story of Tomb Raider Legend brought. It had a really good story, and I like that. And now with Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider, this is a reboot of the franchise, brand new characters, a brand new plot, and it looks really interesting. So that just pisses me off to see people like, oh, this looks exactly like Uncharted. It's like, no, it doesn't. Come on. Let's be fair here. You're trying to compare a survival game to an action-adventure game, so. There's going to be a channel update soon, within the next week. There's going to be a channel update, and, so yeah, I'm going to be discussing basically what's going to be coming up, all the games going to be getting for the current year of 2012, the final list, the final, of stuff I'm going to get on release day and stuff I'm not. So stay tuned for that channel update. Probably going to be coming next week sometime. And yeah, but what I'm really looking for you guys here is just I mean, obviously the quality is going to be amazing. I mean, recording it in 1080p 720. I'm sorry, 1080p and MPEG-2 file. The capture. This AverMedia broadcaster is really good at recording PC gameplay. I mean, the quality is just insane. And that's good, I mean, I plan to be recording Dishonored, the first 30 minutes of Dishonored. I'm going to be using this and probably going to be doing some gameplay of the story when I'm just, doing whatever. And this would be great to do, to finally do that, so. But yeah, I'm really enjoying you know, actually having this equipment that works, you know, and I guess a little bit of an update on how I think, you know, now that I changed everything and now I'm actually using capture cards for just about everything, I'm liking it. I like where the channel is going. I like how it's progressing. You know, I have less than 100 subscribers and I'll hit finally 1,000 subscribers, which is, you know, been a goal for mine for a really, really long time. I think it's actually a goal from one of my 2012, you know, overall goals of the year. So I really hope to hit 1,000 subscribers soon. Definitely by the end of this year, I really hope. So, I mean, you guys have been great. Keep up the good work. Keep up the support. I really appreciate it all, especially those guys who watch and comment on every video, and especially the guys who like the video as well. You know, so I really appreciate that. You guys are great. I have to think of what I'm going to be doing next. Oh yeah, also, the Medal of Honor Warfighter beta, there's actually going to be a beta coming in early October exclusively for the Xbox 360, so you bet your ass I'm going to be checking that out and doing gameplay whenever that comes out, alright? And it's probably going to be like a week before the game launches, which is fine because the weekend that Resident Evil 6 comes out, I'm actually at the opposite house, which means I won't be able to play Resident Evil 6 until a week later. Which is fine because I played that demo, and I hated that demo. That demo was so boring. I mean, I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. I haven't played... the only Resident Evil I've ever played was Resident Evil 5, alright? So I'm like a newbie to the franchise, you can say. But even so, that demo was boring. After 15 minutes of playing, I was just bored. I couldn't keep playing anymore. I liked the, you know, the graphics looked good. The character models look really good. I love the cutscenes, you know, because the story looks really interesting. But just the gameplay was... I mean, when I was playing Chris's campaign, the cover system, like, it's awful. That's like one of the worst cover systems I've ever played in the game. It's like an awful cover system. I just don't like the way it plays at all, you know. Even that being said, I still have the game pre-ordered at Newegg. I'm getting it for $50 because I had a... Newegg sent me a coupon and I just used it. So I pre-ordered the game on the Xbox 360 for $50. I'm getting it, you know, nice big deal, whatever. What else? Now, like I said, Dishonored I have pre-ordered on Amazon. Now that Amazon's actually charging tax, I may go to GameStop from now on because, you know, if Amazon's going to start charging, you know, Amazon started charging tax, if I'm going to pay the same for Amazon, on Amazon as I would at the store, and I have to wait for the mailman to put it in my mailbox, then what's going to be the most logical choice? I'm going to go to GameStop. Not to mention GameStop has, you know, they basically have exclusives with more or less every game company because, you know, they just pay them, like, all this cash and all of a sudden they get all these exclusives and stuff like that, so... But yeah, even though it's probably going to be boring to me, Resident Evil 6, I still have it pre-ordered, getting it on the 360, and whenever the mailman decides to give it to me. And then Dishonored. Oh my god, I cannot wait for Dishonored. That's my most anticipated game for the whole year, by the way. Just feel like saying that again. Dishonored looks amazing. If you're not getting Dishonored, I mean... Please tell me why, you know, because for those of you, you know... Here, for those of you who actually enjoyed Deus Ex Human Revolution, and I've said this many times, but, you know, some people don't watch every single video. A lot of people who made Dishonored also worked on Deus Ex Human Revolution, and it essentially looks like Deus Ex, except it takes place in the past, kind of. You know, it has a very 19th or 18/19th century British style to it, and that's what I really like. I like this, you know, old British style that it has to it, and the characters. You know, a lot of people look at the graphics and they're like, oh, the graphics suck. It's not the graphics that suck, you know. I think a lot of people are looking at the game and saying, oh, you know, the realistic characters and everything like that. It's the same thing with Deus Ex. It's not graphically, you know, supposed to wow you, but it's art direction, you know? And that's essentially what Dishonored and Deus Ex brought. They brought really incredible art direction. Dishonored's going to bring this really unique art direction to their game. I'm playing on a mouse and keyboard right now just to show you guys that I could, you know, how I play on a mouse and keyboard. So I mean, I was actually playing on my gamepad previously. So this I just kind of switched to the mouse and keyboard to see, you know, to show you guys how I played because I suck on the mouse and keyboard. But yeah, you know, I'm really excited for Dishonored. I can't wait. A lot of people are asking me, is it open world? You know, I think that's like one of the big questions. Is it open world? No, it's not. It's not open world in the sense of Grand Theft Auto. It's more like Deus Ex, you know, where you have this little, you know, area that you can explore from time to time. But it's definitely more story focused, sort of like Deus Ex was. And here I messed up completely. And then Nice Me who wins the game. So, alright, that's it, guys. I just wanted to put up this gameplay and show you guys that I got the sound to work. Yes, exciting, amazing. I cannot wait to finally delve in and use this capture card for PC and PS3 gameplay, and now all the devices work. Thank heavens, alright? Thank you guys for the undying support. You guys are amazing, and I will talk to you guys later, and you guys have a great day, and let me know what you're looking forward to for the rest of the year in terms of games. Bye.